Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Banished with the Colonial Charter mod. We focus our attention at the beginning of today's episode on this happy-go-lucky llama production facility where llamas obligingly, and when they're not headbanging away to metal, they obligingly reproduce in order to be, well, eventually shaved and turned into sausages. Good llamas, yes. Yes, we are good llamas. Yes, we are. Yes, we... Enough of this childish behaviour. Let's crack on, shall we? So, we're in full recovery. Frankly, I don't know where... Is this guy coming or going? I had a merchant turn up a minute ago, and he had the temerity to try and sell me some honey, despite the fact that I am one of the foremost honey-producing towns in the known world. So, I told him to sling his hook. I'm going to put... You know what? I'm going to max out my foresters because I've had it with not having sufficient wood. I don't. For those of you who either skipped or only watched a little bit of the last episode, the cause for concern I have at the moment is in fuel refining. Now, right now, it's just not delivering. I mean, next door is my brickworks, and they claim to be running out of furnace fuel. On a near daily basis. And yet I've been turning all of the firewood that would be very helpful for the townsfolk into furnace fuel to no avail. I'm going to check in on Town Hall and see what's actually going on there. Where are furnace of the fuel of the furnace? None. None in storage. Items in trading posts. None in trading posts. Items in homes. None in homes. So frankly, furnace fuel production is scandalous. Were it possible to do so, I would whip the media into a frenzy to investigate clearly what is corruption in the furnace fuel industry. However, I don't have that power, so instead I will wait until we've gone over my new minimum limit of 5, and I shall assign another labourer to the cause. So, what's today's plan? Today's plan is careful and cautious and wary expansion. We will be building until there are no builders available, which is something I've never managed to do in the past. And moreover, we're keeping an eye on the amount of stored food, because I'm going to start approaching the kind of the citizen count we had before the tornado wiped us out fairly soon. Production, that's what we want to know. Food, right, here we go. Last year, used over... Flaming heck. You people have eaten 11,000 food. In fact, you ate 100 more food than we produced, which is fine. I had a surplus. And we're running a little over that, so I do need to get some farming back on the go. Right, what do I switch on? Well, let's switch a farm on first. I think that life falls apart a lot quicker with a shortage of food than it does with a shortage of bricks, which is where my furnace fuel is all going at the moment. What are you going to be? You're going to be a baker. You're the missing baker who I could never track down. Alright, okay, fine. Right, so I put one spare guy back into farming. Somehow, I don't think he's going to make all the difference in the world. Let's just make sure I'm not making lumber. Sorry, I'm keeping an eye on several different projects. I've got 2 sawmills in close proximity, and it would be wonderful if this wheel animated. It doesn't, but it'd be nice if it did. And we're actually approaching kind of max fuel, which is a good thing. And with the harvesting, we've got plenty of food stored as well, but I want to make sure it stays that way. I'm also keeping an eye on housing, because obviously nothing fuels growth better than having surplus housing available. This Solitude Tailor. Solitude Tailor? Really? That's what you're going with? Solitary Tailor. Happy now? Yeah, I can't get behind these people living alone. Not when there's, families of 5 living in the roof of an asymmetrical, modernist, designed by Dali kind of a house. Yes. Yes, so housing is something that I'm going to look at soon-ish, because I want to keep up the level of growth I've got right now, but at the same time I want to keep a steady hand on the tiller to ensure that that things don't become unstuck by running low on food and what have you. I mean, we're much better placed than we have been historically, because, with fishermen on the go now as well, and plenty of eggs coming in from chickens, not to mention chickens. I can't help but think that we're in a stronger position than before everything went belly up. Right, logs, speak to me. So over the last year, we produced 596 and used 552. No, we produced 609 and used 552. This year, we produced 599. Okay, well, it's gradually keeping up. We're basically pacing the usage and abusage in that situation. Likewise, fuel is going up, so I think I'm going to put another man on furnace fueling, or maybe woman. I'm an equal opportunities employer all the way around, so I don't care what's going on under your underwear, providing you deliver some actual fuel. Just once in a while. Maybe it's a lack of housing. It has been pointed out to me in the past that I don't have to make my workers travel to get to work. So maybe if I stuck up a little house next to the quarry, then some people who work in this area would surely try and live here. So apologies there, woodland creatures. Oh, hold on, we've got a trader in. Are you selling sheep? And if not, why not? What have you got for me? Hemp seeds. Hemp makes rope. I want that. That's good. Yes, we'll have that. Or chestnuts. No, stuffed chestnuts. Hemp is way more useful. Right, I just need to stump up 4 grand from somewhere. Well, I should have some tradables that will cater for that. Let's flog all the candles. Where does that take me to? That's 1,400 quid right there. And all 16 of the pottery. Oh, yes. You can have all my fennigs. Yep, have all of those. Eggs, we'll save those for the moment. 300 firewood. Yes, 300. Excellent. 3,000 to go. Well, I could sell them chickpeas. Or indeed broccoli. I'm going to sell them chickpeas and broccoli. And another 500 there. Right. I've got 56 change, look. Ooh, what should we have? Let's take back, 14? No, wrong way around. That should be 286. See, I'd have looked like a right chump if my maths hadn't panned out there. Trade it. Give me hemp or give me death. Or preferably hemp. Splendid. Right, okay, that's a potential cash crop. If I understand my my manufacturing correctly, I think we can do stuff with rope. Hemp makes rope. Well, it does in the real world. Well, I don't know what it does here. What's that? It's rock melon. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can do some rock melon. 7 labourers available. Let's add the farming back in. Just 1. Let's not go crazy. Don't close it down. You're forever closing that thing down here. You need it open. And we're almost at max llama, which is a fine state to be in. But the question is, given that this is my kind of heaviest farming area, is where do I want to... what's this? Isn't that a stream? Okay. Is where do I want to stick my next farming expansion? So, I mean, we've got ridiculous amounts of woodland going on here. Plenty of low-lying stone as well. And this nice ridge, which I suspect quite greatly will make a fine site. Apologies for frame rate lossage there. It's a little juddery. when this runs out, assuming I can't expand further, which I can. Yes. Alright, well, we'll expand that one, and then I think that ridge would actually make a great site for a second mine when the original one is done. So, let's get a bridge on the go, because that always makes people excited to be alive. Where are we? Bridges. Bridges, stone and wood. Okay, yeah, I like... What we're not going to do is brick and wood. That's just excessive. A drawbridge. That sounds exciting. Or a stone bridge is wider and cooler. Well, I'm terribly cool, so let's... The thing is, wherever I stick this around here, it's not exactly going to be on a primary thoroughfare. So I guess this is the closest we've got. I suppose. No, that terminates. All right. Well, where's my natural crossing point? Maybe this is not. Maybe we have a link up here just for the sake of having a link up here. Let's bash that across there. What are you talking about? 65 stone. Oh, worth it. Yeah, do that. Make a bridge happen. Apparently 4 builders are required for that one. Well, 2 will get it done. You've got some labourers kicking around. They'll do some fetching and carrying for you. But yes, having an excitable bridge. I mean, I've got carried away. I've been stung by bridges before. I've been betrayed and hurt by bridge building folk. But hopefully this time we can turn it around. What I do want to do is get this near obsession with forward momentum in terms of actually having all of the different buildings I've got available on the go and making stuff and all that kind of behaviour. Because that's jolly good fun. Now, I just noticed... This is a game about I just noticed. That should be the subtitle of the game. I just noticed that I've hit 19 of 20 students. Now, I want to keep my student population... I want to make sure all of my children go through some form of educating. In order, because they're more productive as a result. There you go. This feels like it could do the road upgrade. Let's put that in. And therefore, with the schoolhouse holding 20 at a maximum, I am keeping half an eye on the student population so that I can build a second schoolhouse when the need arises. All right. Okay. Good. Right. Look, what's going on here? What are you steady on? What are you steady on? I say. Oh, that's a lot of clay. That's what that is. There we go. Clay. It comes in this kind of pyramidy crystalline bucket formation. For those of you who didn't know. Right, how are we doing there, fuel refiners? Well, my stored fuel's gone down a little. Brickwork seems to be a little happier. And a quick trip to Town Hall will tell me whether we're keeping pace or not with actual bricks. Bricks, 127, that's more like it. Because the next step is going to be to get glass going as well, but that's going to eat into the the furnace. And actually, I didn't check that. The furnace fuel that they're producing for me. Furnace fuel, 18 in stock now. Now, do we count that as a surplus, or is that simply waiting for redistribution? No idea. Okay, so we're waiting for the... Okay, we're not waiting for anything. That bridge has been built. Unless I built another bridge that's actually didn't need to be... No, I'm pretty sure that's it. That's the bridge I just requested. It's done already. Way to go, team. Oh, I have extra rations for those people. What a splendid effort all round. There you go. Let's make this... Oh, and this allows me to show you the thinking that was in my head. Usually I'm good at telling you exactly what I'm planning. But I missed the other half of the plan. I'm just stoning up this this section here in order to keep it relatively quick for people to transition. So this is not what one may describe as a key route. I think we can agree on that. My key route for this new area, including the potential new mine, is going to be over this way, right? So it's going to be an adjunct to the kind of, I'm using air quotes right now, town centre, because there is no convenient way to link on, not without kind of removing all of this lot and relaying it, which I will inevitably do at some point. In fact, I'll almost... Oh, you see, I've just had a vision in my head of rows and rows of identically shaped fields. Those of you who have been telling me to build 11 by 11 field structures... Oh, I could get behind that. Right, let's bash this out in a straight line. Do I really want to blow 60 stone in that? Yeah, I do. Let's do it. Let's set out our stable as we commence in this new area. Yeah, lots of little fields. So, if I remember correctly, 11 by 11 is optimum because it can be operated by a single individual. Now, this sounds dreadfully efficient, and I am dreadfully efficient when the mood strikes. And actually, so given that we're burning through stone, I'm going to stick another stone cutter on. As much as it is, from my, kind of observation so far, stone cutter is the most hazardous job you can give anybody. Builders are unoccupied. Right, let's... a town abode. What's that look like? Well, that's somewhat lackluster, isn't it? What else we got? A large residence. Ah, one of the wealthy people houses. Needs some glass, needs some bricks. I bet it makes the residents happy, though. These will be miners of distinction who live in a house such as this. Let's do it. Let's build a really splendid house for these people. I am nothing if not a progressive and forward-looking mayor. / founding father. Founding failure. That's me. Grand. Okay, good. We've still got a labourer in hand. What other exciting tasks shall I recommence my operations on? Or is it simply a case of continue stacking up on farming folk? What are you growing there? Olives. I'm excited about this plan. I'm thrilled. Oh, hold on. Someone just snuffed it. 2 people died. One of them being a labourer. Never got to see their potential vocation emerge in front of them. Alright, well, we wait. And then I'm going to make olives. I mean, presumably a presser turns... Yeah, vegetable oil makes bioprint. A roper? Plant fibres at the ropery building. Ropery. That's something you've made up. It's never called a ropery. Surely a chandler in a yachting sense, in a nautical sense, is the chap who would sell you rope. Yeah. Oh, it's idiot boy the coat merchant has come back again. Clearly, having not taken the hint since last time, I do not want your exotic coats. Meat is murder. Fur is vanity-clad murder, or something like that. You can tell that my Peta subscription, well, I never really took it out. Where are we? Right, glassworks. Could turn it back on. Don't want to turn it back on. I've got enough glass in stock for the moment. How's this big swanky house coming? Look at these 2 chaps I've got working the building duty at the moment. In fact, it's a his and her team. Perfect union of man and woman in construction of building. They don't half knock them out at a fair rate. I'm suitably impressed. And actually, I suspect the main reason they're being relatively efficient is because I'm not telling them to build 86 things at the same time. I don't know where this chap's going with whatever that was. I hope it's taking it where it's supposed to go. We live in hope. Come on, get it done. I want to see some happy people move in. And it better not be some 57-year-old single stonemason. Worse than that, not even a stone mason, a stone cutter. Where's your male colleague got to? He is showing a certain lack of enthusiasm for completing this project. Come on, Johnny Yellowtop. Get your hammer out and get the job done. And then I can get something else being built. And job done. A student and a teacher. I'm not convinced that's the healthiest of relationships, but I'm not going to look into it too closely. Okay, right. Now that's all positive. And then Dwig, the miner, is dead. However, Saley has replaced Dwig, and I'm sure Saley is greatly enthusiastic about his/her new career down the mines. And all right, we got quite the population turnover going on. Leonardo has now become a labourer. Eastone has died. Eastone the potter. We like pottery. Pottery is the future. Right, I'm going to check on food production again, because as much as I have been gradually increasing my farming folk, where are we? Produced 10,000, used 13,000. Well now, this would appear to be the time at which we want to radically increase farming. So let's stick 2 on there and possibly open a new field. What are you? Rock melon? Yeah, make it happen. No, not 4. How? What's this? Total number of workers in this profession. 14, right. Rock melon. Somebody go work there. No? What does that mean? Press the work button. There we go. Oh, look at that. People are keen to work on rock melon. Fine, good. Sugar beet. Let's switch that on as well, see if anybody wants it. In fact, I'm going to let the workers decide for themselves where to go. Do, by all means, tell me how bad an idea that is. And we'll get the olive grove up and running as well, because I feel that olives could be a future cash crop. Now, that shows the true shape of the situation, where we are effectively at half-mast for the number of farmers we need to keep everything ticking along. Although I have got, where are we, 3 out of 4 herders operating and a butcher. And given that we were approaching max llama, and we have now hit max llama, llamas will be producing as well as chickens. I can put extra people onto fishing as well. Thank you for those who, thanks to those of you who said that with a knowing no and a wink that fishing was most definitely a productive thing that I should totally get behind. Equally, hunters. How are we in for coats? Coats were at about break even, and that's a good thing. But I do have 2 more workers available, so I'm going to stick 1 on farming and 1 on hunting, because what we really don't want is to run out of food. And if we continue to exceed by 3,000 per year, then I've got, hold on, it's a trader. Sir, you better be packing me some sheep. We'll take cows as an alternative. What is the matter with you? You've turned up again with your coats. Go away, never darken my door again. Oh, that's stuffed. What is it with these coat salespeople? They're relentless. They come tapping on your dock and go, all right, go, coat? No. Not to mention the fact they're very expensive coats. So we're not an expensive town. We are a town of modest, modest everything, frankly. Oh, less than impressed. Right, that's all I can stand for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you wish to sell me a coat, don't. I'm not that heavily into coats. I make my own, for crying out loud. Ooh, that's got me properly rattled. Only in a comedic sense. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. Oh, look, we can have a gatherer. Let's set one of those in motion. feels like something, since we haven't got any, let's set one going. Go gather something. Yes, thank you very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. I've probably said that already. Next time around, I think what we'll try and do is create some kind of crossroad type, junction type deal over here. Right, so I'm thinking we run this up there and then across here, link up with the road there, and then I want to build up a patchwork of fields for the future. That might be premature to start thinking about. But hey, when has that ever stopped me in the past? Thanks for watching. Chucks a like on this one. I would be very grateful. And subscribe to ensure you miss out on nothing of the future progress of this series. I'll catch up with you very soon. Thanks for watching. Cheerio!